For women particularly, there's so many impact-driven women. I think it's actually about just deciding that you are worthy of your space and you can take on this space. So I'm looking at identity level change. How do we help people step into the version of themselves they've always been capable of? Yeah, and really giving them the system and a protocol to follow that makes that easy.
And here we are, Her Voice Impacts in Austin, Texas, and I'm here with Karolina.
Hi.
Now, you've got a great story. You're obviously from Europe. Which part of Europe are you from?
Poland.
Did you grow up in Poland?
Yes, I was there until about 17 years old.
Really? Okay, so you saw big
big
changes.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And what made you come to the United States?
So it was a bit of a journey, actually. First, I was in London. My dad was a diplomat there for 3 years.
Okay.
So I stayed actually for 14 in total. And then 2.5 years ago, I started exploring the Bay Area and the ecosystem. And
Yes.
I just saw, to your point in the panel, an incredible shift in how people build together, how they inspire each other. And there's
Yes.
almost this infinite possibility in the air where you just feel like you can do anything you want. You're not defined by the institutions, context you're within. Like, you can
So
bend
fun.
reality in your favor. And
Okay, excuse me. Bend reality in your favor.
and that is an addictive feeling because,
Yeah.
you want to feel hopeful for the future. You want to feel like things are possible for you. And this is sort of where I decided I just cannot stay where I am. I need to level up.
Level up. And what have you decided to create? Because it is very innovative, and I do like the thing of meeting my future self. Tell me.
Absolutely. So the concept itself is something I've been thinking about for a while. I just didn't know how to operationalize it.
Yep.
So I actually dug into research from MIT Media Lab, which talks of this idea of future self continuity.
Yes.
That our relationship with our future self defines our long-term decision making. So you're more likely to think about, your health in 5 years, your financial health in 5 years, when you start connecting with that version of you today. So
Which makes you make better decisions.
Exactly. So you actually delay that kind of stimulus response. You activate behavior much faster on the intentions that you're looking to implement, on the actions you're looking to take.
Yes.
And also to have the clarity on the vision itself is such a major win because there's so much we could be doing, especially when opportunities are endless. So actually to have that lane defined. So my app is actually helping you connect with the future you. And
I went on the app this morning. I had a look at it. And I was like, I want to go in and meet myself.
You start with this onboarding call with the future
Yes.
you really start understanding your future vision. And then also then helpful thought patterns are keeping you stuck. So we detect those and then we use it to put together this 90-day protocol, which actually
90 days is the amount of time, right?
completely.
Yeah.
You need that time. And it would
Yeah.
take you through 4 stages of actually overcoming that belief one by one through daily calls with your future self.
And action. So I did read that it was about taking some kind of action.
Absolutely. It has to be combined. There is an element of reflection. You need to know what you're fighting against, but you also truly need to rewire some of those neural pathways that keep you stuck. And it has to happen in a day-to-day. We give you a mission a day.
so cool.
Really the whole idea is to reinvent the mental health space a little bit because 96% of apps in the space get dropped within 2 weeks. There isn't...
Because people lose the motivation,
Completely, and it's very symptomatic. So I'm looking at identity level change. How do we help people step into the version of themselves they've always been capable of?
Yes.
And really giving them the system and a protocol to follow that makes that easy.
I love that. What is it actually called?
Space of mind.
Space of mind.
That's right. I want to create a moment in your day that is your space of mind moment.
Yes.
That's 10 minutes of locking in on that future self.
10 minutes.
Yes.
And you know what? Because we're so strapped for time most of the time, 10 minutes is a great time
Exactly.
to be able to, once again, tune into yourself, right?
If you don't have that time in your day, I don't know what's the point of having it to begin with. You need to give yourself that.
So true.
Yeah.
And we're doing a campaign at the moment, okay? And we're talking about women's voices. What would be a decision for women right now that would change the future of the next generation of women? What kind of decision could we make?
I think to tie into what we started talking about as being from Eastern Europe,
Yes.
I think it's to decide that you're not going to be defined by your conditioning or where you come from, and truly open yourself up to the idea that there is another opportunity out there and there's another reality in which you can show up as your authentic self and it will be appreciated. You can speak up and use your voice to affect change.
It's so
And there are
true.
people that will rally up behind you and support you. Once you start with the purpose, I think things do follow and then to align. I love that. And for women particularly, there's so many impact-driven women. I think it's actually about just deciding that you are worthy of your space and you can take on this space completely.
I love this. And it's all about, we can't just dwell on the past, yes, right?
Absolutely.
We need to move forward. Yeah. And what you're creating is going to help them.
Exactly.
Yes?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your
Thank you
time.
so much.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.